Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack, episode 5 of Game of Thrones Eastwatch. Last episode was arguably one of the best in the franchise, in the series. Daenerys unleashing the dragons for the first time. Pretty cool moment there. One of my favorite episodes, probably one of my favorite of Game of Thrones. Igly, how would you place that as your first time watching through? Where would you place that episode?
It's definitely up there. I don't have a list in mind, but I'd argue to say top 10, perhaps.
Oh, I don't know if that's bold of you.
I don't know if that's a bold take or not.
That's pretty bold.
There's a lot of episodes. Sure. I don't know.
Corey, since you're a more inquisitive mind, where would you put that one on your ranks?
If it's not in my top 5, it's right outside of my top 5. It's in there with the final 2 episodes of season 6, The Watchers on the Wall, season, what is it? Season 4, episode 6, Tyrion's Trial. So yeah, it's in that realm.
Okay. For me, it's number 4.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My top 3 are Hard Home, Battle of the Bastards, and Winds of Winter. Followed by that one. So, Igly, do you have any thoughts? Anything that's been burning your ass since the last time we watched?
Why do you have to present it like that?
Can you just answer the question?
Okay.
I looked something up for you while I was editing. That dagger doesn't technically have a name. It's just a Valyrian steel dagger. It is referred to as the cat's paw dagger, I believe, because the assassin that used it was a cat's paw assassin. I guess that's just like a cool nickname for the archetype. But yeah.
Okay.
It's very interesting to see how far that dagger falls from grace.
It's seen some
kings and queens Targaryen wise, and then down to cat's paw, whatever the hell that guy's name is. So I just want to continue like a bit of my thought from the intro of the previous episode. Jaime, we all love him. We all hate him. Mixed opinions for that guy. So with him being full dive for Cersei, no one is going to stand in his way. I wanted to bring up the thought, if the opportunity presented itself, if the Mad King was in fact a Mad Queen and was attempting to set King's Landing ablaze again, would Jaime take up the sword? And also to kind of extend that thought, since he was just gone at the time, before Cersei blew up the Sept, if he was back in King's Landing, if he knew about it, would he intervene? Perhaps. But if we're just expanding it to like the whole of King's Landing, if they just get their asses beat so badly in the war, and then Cersei were to go scorched earth and kind of emulate the actions of the Mad King and just try to take everyone down with her, would Jaime do the noble thing if it was Cersei? I just think that's interesting. Maybe that happens. I don't know. Comments are going crazy at these hot takes. I'm spitting. He's seen this show before. I know it. Anyway, just a thing to linger in my that's been lingering in my mind. Nothing too complex, thought, some would say.
But you know what? He's in the water right now, wearing like 50 pounds of armor and has a metal hand. He might not resurface.
You're right. So Jaime's dead.
Mayhaps not.
Mayhaps not. He's gonna have to be drugged from that water. But yeah, I'm just ready to get into the episode.
Okay. If you enjoyed this reaction, hit that like button, subscribe to that notification bell so you don't miss when these uploads go live. We upload every Sunday, but we do have 4 weeks early access available on our Patreon right now. You can get into the nitty gritty when it comes to season 8. You can also find full links and other early access over there as well. Don't interrupt my intro, please, my plug. The full links, early access to other shows and movies over there as well. The full links are for everything. We also have a link to join our free Discord in the description with the Patreon link and links to all of our socials. Check all those out.
let's get into episode 5.
Let's go. Hey, what's going on down here? Eastwatch.
Episode name?
Huh.
By the sea?
Title drop? Hey. Oh, welcome back. Drag his ass. That's quite the distance you swim across. The man's covered in mud.
You could have killed me. What are you doing back there? Wall. Killing her.
Listen to me. Till I get what I'm owed, a dragon doesn't get to kill you. You don't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you.
Give him that castle first.
If she decides to use them, to really use them,
It'd be over.
What do you mean we're
No, I do not. Dragons are where our partnership ends. I'm not going to be around when those things start spitting fire on King's Landing.
I have to tell Cersei.
May as well jump back in that river.
I'm glad he's experienced this firsthand, seeing the damage they can cause. They're looting them! That's insane. And they're taking slaves.
It's a nice perch.
See that squat?
Aura.
Unmatched.
I know what Cersei has told you, that I've come to destroy your cities,
Not slaves.
burn down your homes, murder you and orphan your children.
That's Cersei Lannister, not me. I'm not here to murder. And all I want to destroy is the wheel that has rolled over rich and poor, to the benefit of no one but the Cersei Lannisters of the world. Bend the knee and join me. Together, we will leave the world a better place than we found it. Or refuse. And die.
Okay, not much of an option. Easy choice. Any takers for dying?
Shit, I would have been both knees.
She wouldn't have to speak and you do that, brother. Dick on.
Step forward, my lord. You will not kneel?
I already have a queen.
She wasn't your queen until recently, though, was she? When she murdered your rightful queen and destroyed House Tyrell for all time. So it appears your allegiances are somewhat flexible.
No easy choices in war. Say what you will about your sister, she was born in Westeros. She's lived here all her life. Murdered your own father. And chose to support a foreign invader.
She didn't have much of a choice to leave.
This land, with an army of savages at her back.
You will not trade your honor for your life. I respect that.
Perhaps you could take the black, Your Grace.
Yeah, join
You
Sam.
cannot send me to the wall. You are not my queen.
Yeah, I sent my son there, though.
I like the idea of sending the people who don't want to join to the wall to fight the army of the dead.
You will have to kill me too.
Step back and shut your mouth.
I'm Dickon Tarly, son of Randall Tarly.
You are the future of your house. This war has already wiped one great house from the world. Don't let it happen again. Bend the knee.
I will not.
Dick standing on business.
Nothing's
It's hard to bend the knee when you got 3 legs.
Head like a few weeks in a dark cell.
I meant what I said.
You stop beheading entire
I'm not
families.
beheading anyone.
Cooking?
Your Grace.
Lord Randall Tarly, Dickon Tarly. I, Daenerys of House Targaryen, first of my name.
My god, the
breaker of
tail.
chains and mother of dragons. Sentence you to die, Dracarys.
Ooh. You know, Dickon didn't really deserve it, but
Yeah.
Randall
Don't play on his part.
That's what we call lazy writing.
could have gone up to the wall. It's alright. The house will be fine. They got Sam. Okay, that convinced everybody.
Yeah, no one wants to be that.
My lord.
They even wash up.
We have the Tyrell gold, we have the Iron Bank behind us, we can buy mercenaries.
Hmm.
Not the same as our men, but they'll fight if they're well paid, which they will be.
I just
Against
saw
a dragon?
Dothraki fight. They'll beat any mercenary army. They'll beat any army I've ever seen. Her dragon burnt 1,000 wagons. Qyburn's Scorpion fired bolts bigger than you. They couldn't stop it, and she has 3 of them. This isn't a war we can win.
So what do we do? What sort of offer do you think she'd make?
Bend the knee. It's that easy.
Maybe we can count on Tyrion to intercede on our behalf, by way of apology for murdering our father and son.
Tyrion didn't kill Joffrey. He had nothing to do with it.
After all this time, it still amazes me.
It was Olenna.
She admitted it.
She confessed before she died.
Mm-hmm. That's not good.
Was before or after she drank the poison you so kindly provided her.
After.
And you believed her.
Oh my
God. If you were Olenna, would you rather have seen your granddaughter married to Joffrey or Tommen? She was telling the truth.
Can't deny anymore.
Watch her.
No, it was Tyrion.
So we fight and die, or we submit and die. I know my choice. A soldier should know his.
A soldier? You've been relegated.
That's
to
King
soldier,
Consort, baby.
That's crazy.
Aura.
That could be you on him. I know you got that blood. I guess one of the other two. What you doing? You sniffing him? Ooh. Who's a good boy? That's cool.
Probably sitting there like, well, that's the coolest thing I've ever done. And I have a dire wolf.
I'm sure they get along.
The other dragons are like, yo!
They're beautiful.
Where you been?
Wasn't the word I was thinking of, but... but yes, they are.
Quite.
Gorgeous beasts.
They're not beasts to me. No matter how big they get, how terrifying to everyone else. They're my children.
You weren't gone long.
No.
It was a quick sweep.
And I have fewer enemies today than I did yesterday. Sir Davos said you took a knife in the heart for your people.
Sir Davos gets carried away.
It's time to talk a little bit.
So it was a figure of speech.
Hey, welcome back into the fold.
Let's go.
Your Grace.
Jon Snow, this is Sir Jorah Mormont. An old friend.
You know his dad. Yeah.
He was a great man.
You're hearing that a lot recently.
You look strong.
I return to your service, my queen. If you'll have me.
We need you.
My honor.
I shouldn't be wearing long sleeves, bro. Like, all my hair is standing straight up. And I know the camera would be able to see it today.
Ah. What's going on here? Or Worgen. What do you see? Eastwatch by the sea. Where's the fortification? I just see like a bunch of scaffolding.
You saw it.
It was like at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Reconnaissance. How close are they? Pretty damn close. Okay. A sea of dead. What you do? Oh, okay. Kick him out.
Ravens. We need to send ravens.
A crippled boy claims to have seen dead men on the march beyond the wall, thanks to
I
the
believe
magical
him.
help of a raven with 3 eyes.
Still, we ought to
Brandon Stark. I led him through the wall years ago. I saw him go beyond the wall.
All comes together.
Perhaps we ought to listen to what he has to say. Perhaps you need more scribing work to discipline your mind.
I sense
Okay,
a
mutton
more
chops.
detailed proposal is forthcoming.
If you tell people the threat is real, they'll believe it. If you advise all the lords to send their men north to hold the wall, they'll do it. And if you tell every maester in the Citadel to search every word of every faded scroll about the Long Night, they may find something that lets us defeat the army of the dead for good.
True. Better than one person looking for it.
It could be done.
It could be done. Then do it.
And this news could be authentic.
It's real. I've seen it.
It's the entire reason he's here.
We will write to Maester Vulcan at Winterfell for clarification.
Oh my god.
I promise you, we will get to the truth of it one way or another.
How much time we're gonna
We
lose?
all, Tali.
Don't forget the prophet Lodos, who promised that the drowned god would rise up and destroy Aegon the Conqueror.
Blake, do you get that?
Is he the one whose father and brother were just burnt alive?
I'm afraid so.
You're not gonna tell him.
Horrible business.
I haven't had the heart to tell him yet.
Okay.
He's a good lad. The Ravenry was falling apart the last time I checked.
Okay. Then die.
I am her hand, not her head. I can't make her decisions for her.
That's what I used to tell myself about her father.
I found the traitors, but I wasn't the one burning them alive.
Justification.
I was only a purveyor of information.
Daenerys is not her father.
And she never will be. With the right counsel.
You're looking at him.
Who's that for?
Jon Snow.
Did you read it?
It's a sealed scroll for the king in the north.
Nosy?
What's it say?
Nothing good.
Okay.
I thought Arya was dead. I thought Bran was dead.
Surprise!
I'm happy for you.
Bran saw the Night King and his army marching towards Eastwatch.
Cersei thinks the army of the dead is nothing but a story, made up by wet nurses to frighten children. What if we prove her wrong?
I don't think she'll come see the dead at my invitation.
So bring the dead to her.
I thought that was what we were
It's
trying
already
to
there.
avoid.
We don't have to bring the whole
mountain.
army. Only one soldier.
Is that possible?
Capture one? How are you gonna transport
The
it?
first white I ever saw was brought into Castle Black from beyond the wall.
Bring one of these things down to King's Landing and show her the truth.
That's a lot of time.
Anything you bring back will be useless unless Cersei grants us an audience and is somehow convinced not to murder us the moment we set foot in the capital.
The only person she listens to is Jaime. He might listen to me.
That's kind of iffy now.
And how would you get into King's Landing?
He knows some ways. Ah.
With the Queen's permission, I'll go north and take one.
Brother, you just dealt with one
Find a
illness.
cure so I could serve you. Allow me to serve you.
The Free Folk will help us. They know the real North better than anyone. They won't follow Ser Jorah. They won't have to.
Bro, Davos's face, his facial expressions are great.
Be on the wall. I'm the only one here who's fought them. I'm the only one here who knows them.
Damn, John.
I haven't given you permission to leave.
With respect, Your Grace, I don't need your permission.
Oh,
I am a king.
king shit.
I put my trust in you. A stranger. Because I knew it was the best chance for my people, for all our people. Now I'm asking you to trust in a stranger. Because it's our best chance.
Can't say no to that.
The king in the north should stay in the north.
Okay.
We did not choose you to rule us, my lady. But
I
perhaps
see.
we should have.
The Knights of the Vale came here for you, Lady Stark.
You are very kind, my lords. But Jon is our king. He is doing what he thinks is best.
These are Mother and Father's chambers.
And?
Nothing.
Don't do that.
Speak.
What?
Say what you mean.
You always liked nice things. Made you feel better than everyone.
Are you angry with me?
They were insulting Jon. And you sat there and listened.
I listened to their complaints, which is my responsibility as Lady of Winterfell.
Their opinions are important to you.
Glover has 500 men, Royce has 2,000. Offend them, and John loses his army.
Not if they lose their heads first.
We can't be doing that, Arya.
Winterfell didn't just fall into our hands. We took it back. And the Mormonts, and the Hornwoods, and the Wildlings, and the Vale, all of us working together. Now, I'm sure cutting off heads is very satisfying, but that's not the way you get people to work together.
And if John doesn't come back, you'll need their support. So you can work together to give you what you really want.
How can you even think such a horrible thing?
That's how she's been living her life.
You're thinking it right now. You don't want to be. But the thought just won't go away.
I have work to do.
My lady.
Arya can see through her mask. She's good at playing that game.
Last time I was here, I killed my father with a crossbow.
Fun times.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
Fun times.
You're not staying here?
I've got my own business in Flea Bottom.
What?
What if someone takes the boat?
Then what?
Yo, free boat.
I don't think you want people to see how you look swinging that thing yet.
Today might be the day I kill you by accident.
Oh, you won't be swinging it at me.
Hey, don't swing at him.
I'll leave you to it.
Good job, Bronn.
I needed to see you, and I knew you'd never agree to meet.
This is dangerous.
You made me look like a complete fool. I thought I'd surprise you by hitting Casterly Rock. But you were 3 steps ahead of me. Listen to me.
I once told Bronn that if I ever saw you again, I'd cut you in half.
It'll take you a while with a sparring sword. He was going to execute me. He knew I was innocent. He didn't hate me because of anything I did. He hated me because of what I am. A little monster sent to punish him. Did he think I wanted to be born this way? Did he think I chose
What do you want?
Let him speak. He needs to vent.
Daenerys is not her father. She's even willing to suspend the hostilities if Cersei agrees to certain terms.
You
Listen.
want Cersei to bend the knee, you can ask her yourself.
I don't. And Daenerys doesn't. Not right now, anyway. She has a more important request.
I don't know how far this is gonna get us. Cersei isn't gonna agree to this. We're looking for Gendry, aren't we?
Who?
Did he go back to being a smith? Turn around. I need faces.
Wasn't sure I'd find you.
Just went back home? He just went back home all this time?
Thought you might still be rowing. Looked in shops, taverns, brothels. Should have known to come straight to the Street of Steel.
No way, dude.
Are you worried about the gold cloaks?
Haven't been here in years. Why should they recognize me? Sometimes I hardly do. Nothing you harder than time.
You want me to come with you?
Well, the thing you need to understand is...
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, yeah. He folded easily.
Do you think I've been thinking about every swing of the hammer? How happy I am making weapons for the family that killed my father? Family that tried to kill me.
Okay.
I've been getting ready. I never knew what for, but I've always known I'd know it when it comes.
You been training?
You might want to bring one of those swords.
I don't know much about swinging swords, but this I know.
Just like
it's a
his
warhammer. Yeah. You're gonna need some. You need some obsidian weapons, brother. Without that shit, ain't gonna do anything.
Keep your father's name to yourself. Situation's complicated enough already.
Who's that?
Who should I say I am?
Hey.
I told you, Clovis, if we don't get out of here soon, someone's gonna...
Clovis.
What can I do for you?
Is that your boat?
It is.
Illegally parked.
The docks are that way.
That they are.
Ooh.
Still
Low gold?
5 gold dragons?
You joking? You must be even older than you look. 15.
15?
A piece.
They are robbing this man.
What's in the boat?
Don't worry about it. Onions.
Not more gold.
Wine. I like wine.
Fermented crab.
Ah, okay.
Fermented crab, a man thinks he's done. He's ready to go back to his loving family. But before he gets his breeches up, his lady of the hour pops a tiny spoon of that into his mouth. 5 minutes later, he's back in the race.
Bro smuggling Viagra.
Here.
Is it good?
It's fermented.
I'd hurry to your favorite establishment, or you'll put a hole in that chainmail.
God, I love Sir Davos. They're not gonna recognize him, surely. Oh shit. Oh no. It's just a short guy.
Oi, dwarf! We was looking for a dwarf with a scar like that a while back.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps there's some arrangement?
Okay.
Arrangement. You going to arrange?
Yes. Oh my god.
He was ready. They weren't.
He said enough of this.
This is Gendry.
He'll do.
He'll do.
He'll do.
What's bro doing?
So, Jamie, why was Qyburn here?
He's the hand of the Queen. Why are you here?
Okay.
I met with Tyrion.
What?
Didn't even try to like disguise it.
What did our brother have to say?
Daenerys wants to meet.
To discuss her surrender.
Yeah, sure.
To discuss an armistice.
Are you going to punish him?
Tyrion.
Bronn.
That's the first thing your mind goes to?
You let it happen. Why?
I've come to believe that an accommodation with the Dragon Queen could be in our immediate interest. She has the numbers. If we want to beat her, we have to be clever. Whatever stands in our way, we will defeat it. For ourselves, for our house. For this.
Wait, what do you mean for this? Wait. One.
Who would you say is the father?
You.
One. This man has barely been in King's Landing.
Keep it all like that.
Do you remember what Father used to say about people?
The lion does not concern himself with the opinions of the sheep.
Never betray me again.
Okay. It's not a betrayal.
You're just Clovis, a smith who's come to pay his respects before he heads off to work at the Winterfell Forges. Understood? Your Grace. This is
Name's Gendry, Your Grace.
Oh, okay.
I'm Robert Baratheon's son. Bastard son.
Okay.
He was meant to keep that to himself.
Our fathers trusted each other. Why shouldn't we?
Okay.
I saw your father once at Winterfell.
I met yours. In my shop.
You're a lot leaner.
And you're a lot shorter.
I grew up on stories about them.
And all I ever knew is that they fought together and won. Let me come with you.
Don't be a fool. You're not a soldier.
No, but I'm a fighter. And
We
it
need
won't be needing a
smiths.
smith with a sword like that.
You know how to use one? Oh, that's a problem.
I prefer a hammer.
Could be effective.
He can handle himself.
We could use the help.
As my father used to say, it's better to be a coward for a minute than dead for the rest of your life.
I owe you my life. Twice over. But if what you said is true about what's up there, I can't wait out this war.
Yeah, nobody mind me. All I've ever done is live to a ripe old age.
That's actually a really sick meeting, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You may not believe it, but I've missed you, Mormont. Nobody glowers quite like you. This is the coin the slaver gave me when I suggested he free us and pay us, remember?
It was supposed to last us the rest of our lives.
Take it with you. But bring it back. Our queen needs you.
We should be better at saying farewell by now.
Your Grace, eh?
They can do that now. They couldn't do that before. That's sick. Aw.
If I don't return, at least you won't have to deal with the king in the north anymore.
I've grown used to him.
Hey, he's not so bad.
I wish you good fortune in the wars to come, Your Grace.
I feel like we got a lot more people than we came with. How many extra additions we got?
Got Gendry, got Jorah.
I guess that's it. They came with a set amount of people already. Yeah, never mind what I said.
Do you know how many steps there are in the Citadel?
No.
15,782.
You've been reading.
Guess how many windows are in the Great Sept of Baelor?
0. None anymore.
That's true. This High Septon Maynard, he recorded everything. He even recorded his own bowel movements.
Igley.
Blake?
Huh?
What does annulment mean?
It's when a man sets aside his lawful wife.
Maynard says here that he issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else at the same time in a secret ceremony in Dawn. Is that a common thing in the South?
These maesters.
No, continue.
They set me to the task of preserving that man's wind accounting and annulments and bowel movements for all eternity, while the secret to defeating the Night King's probably sitting on some dusty shelf somewhere, completely ignored. We can all become slavering, murderous imbeciles enthralled to evil incarnate, as long as we can have access to the full records of High Septon Maynard's 15,782 shits.
Steps.
Steps.
That number was the steps.
And he is stressed the hell out. Ah, Lil Sam. Don't curse around Lil Sam. Give him a book to read. He needs Control F on that library. We're leaving.
I'm tired of reading about the achievements of better men.
Be the better man. His father's dead. That doesn't matter anymore.
That's not the point.
It is the point.
It's character development.
What's going on down here? Are you?
Yeah.
We watching this? If you want to cut off anyone's head, you got a good one right in front of you. This is watching your target in Assassin's Creed.
I hated those missions.
You gotta make it stealthy. You can't get caught. You gotta wait until they're in a dark place by themselves.
I found it, my lord.
What'd you find?
You're sure this is the only copy in Winterfell?
Yes, my lord.
Of?
Lady Stark thanks you for your service.
Yeah, Lady Stark. Steal a key. Get in there.
Block picking minigame.
Yeah. That works too. Arya has been maxed into Thief Assassin, man. What are we gonna find? What is
You'd be
this only
dismayed
copy?
to know that she's in fact a Dex build.
Dex superior.
I'll forgive it. Just because it's
Such
Arya.
a hypocrite.
I'm glad you admitted it. Put it underneath his mattress? Inconspicuous hole? This is from a crow. Raven. Sansa. Ah, she was being
he knows how to
stalked.
do that too.
Damn.
I remember he used to do that in his brothel all the time.
Eastwatch by the sea.
Isn't it your job to talk him out of stupid ideas like this?
I've been failing at that job of late.
How many queens are there now? 2. And you need to convince the one with the dragons or the one who's a brother?
He's got the lore.
Both. How many men did you bring?
Not enough.
The big woman?
Unfortunately not.
I'll be staying behind. I'm a liability out there, as you well know.
You are.
Thanks.
You really want to go out there again?
Not really, but We don't got a choice.
You're not the only ones.
My scouts found them a mile south of the wall. Said they were on the way here.
You're the Hound.
What you doing up here?
I saw you once at Winterfell.
They want to go beyond the wall too.
We don't want to go beyond the wall, we have to. Our Lord told us that the Great War is coming.
Don't trust him. Don't trust any of them.
Oh, they sold his ass.
Yep.
That's right.
They're the Brotherhood.
Gendry?
The last thing their lord told them to do was sell me to a red witch to be murdered.
Gendry, you've been gone for a while.
I hardly recognized you. Since you're a Mormont, they won't give me anything to drink down here. I haven't been feeling like myself. You're a Mormont. Like the last Lord Commander. He was my father. He hunted us like animals. You returned the favor, as I recall.
Some tension here.
Yeah.
We all are at the edge of the world, at the same moment, heading in the same direction for the same reason.
God's plan.
Our reasons aren't your reasons.
It doesn't matter what we think our reasons are. We may take the steps, but the Lord of Light...
For f***'s sake, will you shut your mouth? Are we coming with you or not?
We're all on the same side.
How can we be?
Gendry?
We're all breathing.
True.
Cool transition.
Raw.
We got the band of misfits, and y'all have to trust each other. Can't see shit, dude. Anyone got a torch? I'd probably go out.
Should ask the Lord of Light to stop the snowstorm.
True. How many children do you have to sacrifice for that one, Blake?
They got some royal blood there, so
is that why we have Gendry?
Kid. Yeah.
Okay.
You're so smart, dude.
I get with the program. I see how this works.
I mean, it's impressive sometimes
Mm-hmm.
how you can figure shit out.
Wow.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
sack a child to cause global warming in a localized area for like an hour.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah. The parlay didn't hit. It did not land. Okay, so I want to go back to 607 remaining because there was an interesting little letter I want to read. And I did not get to read it. Something is dead, killed from wounds he took in something. I can't read this shit.
It's
Your trustful
I'll let him
sister
figure it out.
Sansa swear fealty to King Joff. That's Joffrey's name. This is from way back. So yeah, we got Gendry back. He's kind of wired right now. He's like eyes open, like he's got some crazy eyes on him. I don't know if I trust him.
He's ready, bro.
I wanted him. I was questioning his whereabouts for so long. I kind of wish he was still on the boat now. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see how these episodes play out. But he's still working off like the lore from like seasons ago. He doesn't know how much things have changed. He was ready to he's like me from like a few seasons back. Immediately saw the Brotherhood without banners and said ops detected.
I mean, if they sold me to a lady who put leeches on me, I wouldn't trust him either.
Blake would thank them based off the way he speaks
on God
and ask for another.
Offer my blood again.
It's a matter of perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. So there's been, and we're seeing a lot of this, but since we're kind of approaching Endgame, we're seeing so many cool character interactions and reunions. I guess to start off more towards the beginning of the episode, that scene between Arya and Sansa, when they're like, she saw how I guess like the council room, whatever, they were talking about Jon, and Sansa and Arya had very different perspectives on how to handle the situation. Now that like this sort of like reunion phase has kind of settled, where the two are beginning to realize each, like the other person has like, I guess throw Bran into that as well. They have lived very different lives and they're have completely different perspectives as people. Arya is straight up off with their heads to anyone she does not vibe with. Meanwhile, Sansa is very much into the political game at this point, since that's how she survived. It's all based on how they managed to survive all these years in this harsh world, you know?
Yeah.
And they're butting heads at time. We've seen it a little bit between Sansa and Jon, and now we're kind of seeing it with Arya and Sansa. So it's interesting seeing that, like, just, and recognizing that. I'm wondering what kind of endgame Gendry has in mind. Going back to him real quick, because I mean he has a claim for the throne, technically. Not really anyone to support him or power, but like, what if that man gets ambition? You know, shit's already kind of heating up. We don't need to throw Gendry in there with his warhammer to try and like get back in, get revenge. The joke about him still rowing the boat.
Yeah.
That's a little bit on the nose, because I imagine like as this was like airing, that was like what all the fans were joking about, you know?
Where's Gendry? He must still be rowing.
Yeah, that's funny. I love that Sir Davos said that. Yeah, I'm a little bit jumbled with my thoughts right now, but I guess let's talk about just characters. Seeing the interactions between Jon and Dany. Coming back from battle, Jon gets to pet a dragon. Well, we see something there. We see something. Dragons don't do that just for anybody, you know? I mean, Tyrion gets a little bit of a bye because he's Tyrion, but Jon, he's different. The dragon can smell that shit. You know what that is? That's Targaryen blood, you know? Real recognizes real. But it's seems a little bit, I mean, the concept of Jon eventually mounting a dragon seems a bit odd. I mean, since Dany, I imagine, is like, I imagine she's very protective of them. She straight up said they're her children. So letting Jon like ride one of them, from what I've seen regarding the whole like kind of bond between dragon and rider, it's I don't know, but I feel like it's gonna happen at some point if Jon's got that blood. But oh yeah, also the Jorah coming back, seeing Dany, being able to like, it's a small little detail, but like being able to like hold her hand before when they said goodbye before, they couldn't because of the stone scale. That was really cool. Grayscale. Whatever. Grayscale.
I'm just helping you out, bro.
Thank you. You know what?
You're welcome.
My response was a little bit unwarranted. Thank you. Corey, you're probably going to have to play around with me rambling a bit here since I'm pausing and looking at my notes multiple times. So I apologize for that. The concept of capturing a White Walker, I'm assuming that's what they're doing, not just any white will do. Because they got one already with the mountain. But I don't know how that's gonna go. Because from what we've seen from good old Uncle Benjen, you don't want to touch a White Walker. You don't. You're gonna get the ick. So I don't know how they're safely gonna do that, and coming to attacking with Valyrian steel or dragon glass, they just kind of implode. So what, you're gonna disarm them, like delimb them, or just because like if you kill them, there's not really a body to bring back, you know? So but that's apparently what we're doing now. it seems like it's going to take a while. So good luck with the war effort. The scene between the reunion scene between Tyrion and Jaime was really interesting. Unfortunate that Jaime didn't let his brother vent. And just kind of cut him off. But I am thankful that Jaime has his head on partially straight and can listen to some form of reason. Cersei, on the other hand, it's not that way. And apparently she's pregnant. I joked about it, but I fully believe that it's her and Jaime's kid. They've done it on scene multiple times. But I guess just go with the time gap. Or the unstated time skips we've been hitting. I don't know how long it's taken for one to fully like stick, you know? So part of me is also wondering, is she gaslighting him right now? Is she not? What if she's not actually pregnant? But I mean, I would partially believe Cersei to be in that sort of headspace. It seems like extremely weird to act warm in that moment and then just whisper into his ear, "Don't betray me again," and like switch back to being so cold of a person. So Cersei's just doing Cersei shit. I don't even if they even if they brought like living proof of the army of the dead. Living proof of the army there. That's an oxymoron, ain't it?
Sure.
Yeah. She doesn't care. She's just going to use it as a opportunity to win the war because her ass is getting kicked. So there's no good intentions there. But yeah, fun episode. Blake, you seemed a little bit Blake about what happened at the beginning.
Blake.
When you just act Blake about things and make your opinion very noticeable.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, when Dickon and yeah, you had to break my vibe right there, bro.
All right, you were saying?
I was saying about your mannerisms when like something you find distasteful happens on screen and you've already seen it before.
No idea what you're speaking about.
Okay, well, to key you in and to remind you a bit, the scene of Dickon and his father getting cooked.
Mm-hmm.
There appeared to be something there that you wanted to talk about more. And was that a misread, perhaps?
No misread.
No misread.
I specifically would like to forget about it, so I don't want to talk about it, but I will if you insist.
We don't have to.
It makes no sense. All Randall Tarley gives a shit about is family. That's it. That's why he treats his son like ass. That's why he sent him to the wall. When his last heir says, "You're going to have to kill me too," he just lets it happen. That's lazy writing.
It's because he knows Sam's still alive. He loves his son. No,
it's lazy and it's stupid. It's like they're like, "Oh, I don't know what else to do here, so this what's it's dumb."
Yeah, you see, it's like this is how we wrap up this blow plot line.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. There's two ways that would actually happen, and the choice that they made is just absolutely dumb. And the two ways are, he would either bend the knee.
Mm-hmm.
He would say, "Okay, then I bend the knee. You're not going to kill my son." Or he forces
his son
Dickon to bend the knee.
Okay.
He makes some kind of deal either with Dickon or Daenerys that makes him bend the knee. He doesn't just let his house die.
Sam's still alive.
Sam is a member of the Night's Watch. That he's a guy that stands on honor and honor alone. He, like, even if he has a change of heart He can't just get Sam back.
Okay.
His choice is Dickon's the only guy that can be his heir. So he doesn't just let him die. That's dumb.
Yeah.
It's lazy. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Yeah, from how things have went and what we've seen, Randall. From what we've seen of him, like he's not opposed to changing teams. He changed teams to the Lannisters after being loyal to the Tyrells. So when your back's against the wall, like, bend the knee to the Targaryen.
That's when I say, like, he could easily bend the knee, dude. I mean, he literally just switched teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that when
this is where I draw
with
the
the
line.
extinction of his house, he's not going to change his mind?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, bro.
Well, I think Jaime really got him with the whole speech about Dany being a foreign invader and bringing the Dothraki over, which is why he became a Cersei sim. He's like,
I
Cersei
understand that.
may be trash, but at least she grew up here.
Right. Mm-hmm. His original reasoning makes sense. But you give that man the ultimatum of his life.
Yeah.
Of his family's legacy. If that's Tywin, he bends the knee. Well, he's not caught in that situation to begin with, but he bends the knee. That's just... Family is all that guy cares about. Legacy is all that guy cares about. And when faced with the extinction of his entire legacy, that's his choice. It's. Mm-hmm. I've ranted enough.
I think I would have rather had Randall say some out-of-pocket shit to Daenerys and got burned for it.
Not just to take it. Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then Dickon, just lives because he's Dickon.
Yeah, it's outrageous, is what it is. So, I don't think anything else made me upset in this episode.
Okay.
I really enjoy Daenerys's interactions with Jon,
mm-hmm.
and Jon standing up to her. And like you said, there's a lot of like character entwinement that's happening right now. A lot of interactions, like it's kind of just hitting you all at once.
Yeah.
And while I enjoy that, it's also the downside of limiting the number of episodes.
We don't get enough time for it all.
You don't get enough time to like let those moments breathe, and it's really unfortunate. So, that was another thing that kind of drives me nuts over the course of the season, not necessarily just this episode, though.
Especially with like the party that's going beyond the wall.
Right.
That like if you think about like all their the threads that like are connecting them together, it's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only 8 episodes left in Game of Thrones at this point, so
oh my god.
Yeah, it's surreal to think about. They're trying to wrap everything up. Dog.
Big dog.
Yeah. She mad about something. Someone rung the doorbell, so I know what it was, but
is she mad about Randall too?
I don't know.
Okay.
So, give me a second.
I mean, we could wrap this up, probably.
Well, hold on. My mom's opening the door.
Okay.
Okay, Corey, favorite scene?
Favorite scene, probably Jon petting Drogon. That was pretty cool. Gendry showing up again after so long. Him and Davos, especially with the way they met, having that conversation in the cells, talking about Flea Bottom, and they end up meeting in Flea Bottom. And I think Arya, with her stealth, finding that scroll, and then Littlefinger waiting outside the room.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think there were a lot of cool things this episode. All the characters meeting up as well.
Mm-hmm. My 2 is really that interaction with Gendry again, and the big thing for me is when Jorah shows up. Like, Jorah is such an influential character with Jon, and for him to say, like, you always hear, like, I knew your father, he was a good man, right?
Yeah.
Like, I knew your father, he was an honorable man. Jon says, your father was a great man. That line is like really underappreciated, and the delivery of that line is really underappreciated. Like,
he doesn't dress it up.
Correct.
Your father was real.
It's really like that is peak Game of Thrones writing right there. That's when you see everything coming full circle. All that time we spent with Jorah and Jon in seasons 2 and 3. For him to, and not to mention, Ned is the one who forced Jorah into exile. So it's that, like, there's so much going on there that's so cool. And of course, the actors, Kit Harington, Emilia Clarke, and I know it. God, I don't know it, but I have to.
I know you know Jorah's actor's name because I've heard you talk about him before.
Ian Glenn, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced like Ian or something. I knew it was something short and quick like that. But anyway, it's just so powerful, man, and it's so well done. So, anything else, boys?
Good.
No.
All right. Well, we do this thing now where we just say thank you for watching. Check out the Patreon for 4 weeks early access. See you in the next one.
See ya.